This is Brian at Etto, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the ingredients I use. I try to really focus on the best fresh local ingredients that Paso Robles has to offer. So right here I have some ravioli that has pork from the town of Cambria, just right over the hill from us. So these pigs feed on avocados, which, avocados are California. Luscious, delicious pork. I also, after this, will be making butternut squash from our friends over at Windrose Farm, which is just a little bit outside the town of Paso Robles in Creston. And then, last week we made some amazing ravioli with ingredients from our friends at Templeton Valley Farms. So it's all keeping it local, keeping it fresh, keeping it in the town of Paso. And, so then we start with flour. So our flour is milled on the West Coast. And what's really interesting is the town of Paso actually used to have an old flour mill. And the bags of flour that we source say Sperry on them, and that was the name of the flour mill in Paso. So we have all these amazing connections here that are truly local to what we're doing here at Etto. It's really wonderful. Etto's really a labor of love. So, I grew up in an Italian-American household with my grandmother. We used to make ravioli as a kid. That was really like some of my favorite memories growing up. I actually began my career as a winemaker. So about 15 years ago, I went to Italy and studied making wine in the old country. So I worked at a winery called Isola Elena in Tuscany, which is famous for Sangiovese. Made wine there and came to Paso quickly after, started our little wine label with a single barrel of Nebbiolo. So we made 1 barrel of wine, started very small. Next vintage, we made 6 barrels of wine. And before we knew it, we had 20 barrels and kind of grew from there. So, we've been making wine in this little area called Tin City. It's a lot of small artisanal winemakers. And as this little area grew, we decided to pursue our next dream, which was opening a pasta factory. So here we are at Etto rolling out sheets for our ravioli. So it's really important when you're making ravioli to roll out thin sheets of ravioli. So, you buy stuff at the grocery store, you get these kind of thick, clunky raviolis, but these are nice and thin, super light. So the flour here at Etto, it's organic, milled just a couple hours away, all Western grown, super fresh. All of our bags have timestamps. You can tell when it was milled, where it comes from. This machine here is a really special piece of equipment. So in doing my research, I traveled to all these pasta factories in Italy. This machine was the best machine in all the pasta factories. It's a pretty small machine, but it's a great machine to get us started. So these little sheets, they come out super thin, and then we take them over to the ravioli machine, fill them, and you get these beautiful thin raviolis. So you see what Lloyd's doing right here. It's all about fresh, keeping it local, keeping the ingredients of Paso Robles, and showcasing that in our ravioli, in our pasta, in our sauces. Really exciting, amazing for us to bring this to the town of Paso Robles. And we just can't be thrilled enough at the support we've gotten in the community here. So we're located in Paso Robles, Tin City, which is just south of the town of Paso Robles. So come see us. We'd love to have you in. It's all about Etto. It's all about Etto and Paso Robles.